Right, listen to this. I've got 3 massive stories out of Paradise today, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. First, a warning about big names like Carter-Vickers, Hatate, and Johnston. Then a bombshell on Daizen Maeda and his future. But the last one, it's the most explosive of the lot. It could change everything inside Parkhead. Stay tuned right to the very end. Massive thanks to you for helping us smash 500 subscribers, but that's just the start. With more than 2,000 views on every story, if you hit subscribe right now, we'll fly past 1,500 subscribers, all backing the Celtic. Let's prove once again that our support is miles beyond anything the Rangers could ever muster. Hit that button and be part of it. Here we go again. First, it was Daizen dropping that bombshell, wanting away, and nearly packing his bags. And now the talk is turning to some of the biggest names in the squad. I'm talking about Carter-Vickers, Hatate, and Johnston. 3 absolute pillars of this Celtic side, the kind of lads you build a team around. And yet here we are with folk like Chris Sutton saying he wouldn't blame them if they fancied a fresh challenge elsewhere. And you can what? I can't even argue with that. Look at the way this summer was handled. Ida gone on deadline day, no proper striker in the door, Kuhn away, and Daizen basically held hostage because the board hadn't lined up a replacement. It's like trying to fix the roof in the middle of a Glasgow downpour with duct tape. Shambolic. These boys, Carter-Vickers and Johnston, they're tied down until 2029, and Hatate's signed until 2028, but contracts don't mean much when a player's head turns. If you've got the talent, you've always got suitors. And if the board keeps showing this lack of ambition, why would they want to hang around? And let's be honest, losing even one of them would be a massive blow, but losing all 3 in quick succession, that wouldn't just sting. It would rip the heart out of Paradise. And do you trust the board to properly reinvest that cash? Because I don't. I've seen enough summers where promises turn into panic loans and cut price punts. So let me put this straight to you. If you're Carter-Vickers, Hatate, or Johnston, and you're watching the board faff about while the team risks going backwards, would you stay loyal to Celtic for the cause, or would you cash in your chips and move on? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's jai it loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. Here we go again. The Daizen saga rolls on, and this time it's looking like January could be the end of the road for him in a Celtic shirt. The boy was absolutely electric last season, 33 goals, player of the year, terrorizing defenses in the league and Europe. But now, he's admitted he agreed terms with another club in the summer, only for the board to slam the brakes because they'd not lined up a replacement. Typical Parkhead shambles in the transfer market, eh? And you can see it's weighed heavy on him. He just hasn't kicked on this season. Looks like a man with 1 foot already out the door. It's like he's running with lead boots compared to the spark he had last year. A player that good, when his head's turned, it's always hard to get him back on a song. Now Brendan's got a job on his hands. He's got to find a way to squeeze every ounce out of Daizen until January, because let's face it, a bid will come, and it'll be up to the club to finally do the right thing, get the best deal possible, and make sure we're not left scrambling like we were in the summer. But here's the real question I want you to think about. Is there any point in keeping a player who's already said he wants away? Or should the board just cut ties in January and bring in someone who actually bleeds green and white? Hit that subscribe button, lads. Let's jai it loldy till we hit 1,500 mad Celtic daffs. This one's got me blood boiling. So the board's pals at the Scottish Sun think they can take a pop at Brendan, painting him as the only gaffer in our history that's dared to question the way things are run at Parkhead, and they meant that as an insult. Honestly, it's laughable. That's not a stick to beat him with. That's a badge of honor. Brendan's been crystal clear since the day he walked back through the doors of paradise. Show ambition, strengthen the squad, give the support what it deserves, but instead of listening to him, the board sit on their hands, penny pinch, and then whisper to the press when they don't like being called out. It's pure sucky hall politics, throwing shade instead of showing vision. Let's be real, the summer window was a disaster. We lost quality, we didn't replace properly, and now instead of owning up, they're trying to shift the blame onto the one man actually demanding higher standards. Brendan's no perfect, but at least he's fighting for something better than mediocrity. The board hiding behind leaks and planted stories. That's cowardly. So let me ask you this. If it comes down to it, who would you back? Brendan Rodgers, the man pushing Celtic forward, or this board who seem more interested in PR spin and cutting corners than in winning on the park? Hit that subscribe button. Lads, let's giant loldy till we hit 1500. Mad Celtic daffs.